It's important to have that rapport.
It is, man. It is,
to
because
really build that can be a challenge on its own.
oh my
And
gosh, yeah.
this is what I would want to ask you as we get later into this conversation, when we start getting into more of the other stuff, is if you could share tips on how to navigate that within Hollywood, building rapport and stuff like that.
I actually don't know how to do it very well.
You and I are very similar.
Let me tell you, I do not know how to do it very well. I'm not really like hey, my name's Ray, nice to meet you, give me a job kind of guy. Like that's just not where I'm at. I'm not really a big party person. You know what I mean? I'm not a big like schmoozer, elbow rubber kind of thing. But so I feel fortunate that I've been able to do what I've been able to do, being who it is that I am naturally, right? But building rapport with people, I think part of it is just like letting them know, hey, listen, I'm going to show up, I'm going to give it my all.
Do you think Zach saw that in you? I'm like, this is not the type of dude who's gonna try like weasel his way into a leading role. This dude seems very genuine, because the energy you project. We speak a lot about energy. That's one of the platitudes of social media, of like positive vibes, positive energy. And it's one thing to share it in a post, but to actually exude that and radiate it, it's a completely different thing. Do you feel like he got that from you?
I mean, you'd have to ask him, man. I do not know
said we
specifically.
have to ask him. And
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, we may get an opportunity to do so.
Hey guys,
who that? Zach, what it do, baby?
My camera not
Snyder.
on?
Your camera's not on, but we can hear you.
We can hear you. You may have to hit the camera button.
Let's see, where's the camera button?
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this on the audio only version, we are joined by the director of Zack Snyder's Justice League, the man himself. Zack Snyder.
Okay, let's see. Here's the camera. Stars booth.
Oh, good. You were upside down for a second. What's up, brother?
Thank
what
you
is
for joining,
up?
Zach. Hey, I like it.
I'm gonna put 2 pairs of glasses on.
All good, all good. I grabbed some sunglasses.
You may need it to see
me
with this beard, this quarantine beard that we got.
That your COVID beard? It's pretty sweet.
Oh my!
I like
God.
your beard as well,
Zach.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit, but I've been shaving mine. There you are, Ray. How you doing, man?
Oh, brother. What the hell have we done? What have the people done? It is done, man. I cannot even. I mean, like when you gave me the call, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, it's happening. But until like they put the thing out officially, you know, you got to have your reservations. Like anything can happen. It's 2020, you know what I mean? They could be like, hey, listen, turn around and be like, yeah, we changed our mind last minute. You never know.
Sorry about that. You know, yeah, we're sorry we said that. We just, someone said, what are you doing? We're like, what are we doing? And then
we were drunk. We had too much to, okay, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and re-release BVS again, which will also be great.
Which people would still buy, by the way. If there's another BVS Blu-ray with a different cover, let me know in advance so I could be on those servers, because they'll crash.
Man, come
They
on.
will crash.
Listen, no, people have going wild, man. It's been nothing but love, man. I woke up this morning. I was telling Karan, I was like, hey, listen, man. I was like, the sun feels different. The wind is blowing in the windows a little differently today. Like this may be the turnaround for 2020, man. This is like what the people need. Like we need something to like look forward to and hope for, man.
And
yeah, well,
Zach,
one of the people that works for us, Jackie, was driving by Warner Brothers and just saw this airplane flying around.
Oh,
it said, "Thank you, Warner Brothers and HBO Max."
Nice. I haven't seen that picture yet, but I'm sure we can search it on Twitter. Yeah. But I was checking my email the other night, Zach, and there was one in there from HBO, and it was like, well, special introductory offer for HBO Max. You can get it for $11.99 for the next year, as opposed to the traditional $14.99. And I mean, I signed up. I gave them my digits. They have the CVV of my credit card. But hey, I don't know what to look forward to there, Zach. If only there was something coming. If only there was something coming.
Listen, man, with this.
I mean, look, it's exciting for us. You know, we're going to work. You know, visual effects, and everyone's excited to put a bow on this thing. So it's pretty fun.
And you already know we're all hype and excited. I was telling Ray earlier that the Snyder Cut made social media break, and not the Pentagon revealing that there's actually UFOs in existence.
Oh yeah, wow.
That should tell you everything you need to know about how excited we are.
I said, look, man, I was telling him, I was like, listen, I mean, there wasn't a grassroots campaign out there for the Pentagon to go ahead and reveal the existence of aliens. You know what I mean?
Reveal the UFOs.
Exactly.
Release the UFOs.
Yeah, release them.
But no, man, like I'm super stoked, man. I actually I got a chance to talk to Chris yesterday, Zach, and chop it up with him for a little bit, man. And Fabs sent me Fabian Wagner, who's our cinematographer, sent me a message on Instagram, man. Like everybody's just reeling. Talk to Brooke Entz, man. Like oh my God, like this is pure jubilation. Like this is nothing but good. You know what I mean?
I feel the same way, honestly. It's really you know, we always talked about, like, you know, maybe in 10 years there'll be some kind of crazy, like, you know, they'll dig it out of the archives and we'll release it. But it's nice like this.
Oh, it's nice in real time, man. It's nice to know that people that people's dedication, people's faith, and people's efforts do get rewarded. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you don't have to wait an entire lifetime, because, man, we need it. We need it bad. So,
100%. Well, I'm super excited, and we couldn't have been happier.
You had an amazing quote in the Hollywood Reporter article that dropped as soon as it got confirmed, about how this was the biggest Warner Brothers movie on social media that they never released. And I was reading that, and I was like, wow. And I just want to ask you, how was that going back to last November, when it was, I think, like over 500,000 tweets? How was that experience?
Yeah, I guess for me, you know, that was like an amazing time, you know, when on the anniversary of the release, and everyone just going completely nuts, and the thing trending worldwide, all like #1 worldwide, and just an outpour. Just made me it really. And then, look, I'll be honest, like what the fandom's done and the amount of money they've raised for suicide awareness and everything they've done, you know, as far as just being this force for good. I just, you know, you can't really put in words how amazing that is. You know, if there was no movie, just what they've done to raise awareness for mental health is just, it's unbelievable. And I think that the way they've been able to combine their, you know, love for the universe and the love for these characters, and then with their social activism as far as trying to make the world a better place, it's kind of a crazy and beautiful thing. And you got to just, you know, for me, it's humbling and amazing that all of this was around this movie, and it's just a great thing.
Absolutely, I'm not sure if you know, Zach, or I'm not sure if you've seen the video, but yesterday Ray was on Twitch, and he had a really powerful, emotional moment on the internet. And it's not easy to cry in regular for men, but he's crying on the internet about just that moment of what it's meant for you and your family, and of course for Autumn. And it's kind of like, this is not just a film. This is much bigger than a film.
Yeah, it's a family thing for all of us, you know, and, you know, family. Ironically, the movie is about family, you know, so it has a thematic resonance for all of us, and I think that you know, it's been an amazing working out of that sort of family experience, and I think that's it couldn't be better. It couldn't be better for us, you know.
Yeah, no, I was saying earlier, I was like, listen, it may not be that way for everybody, because sometimes, you know, you get people on a film set and sometimes you just don't mesh, you don't gel. Like, but for me, and I know a lot of the crew there, you know what I mean? It was like, it feels like family. Like you're happy to get up and go to work in the morning. I don't care. It's 4 a.m. I don't care. Get me up. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like that.
And even just you training with Eli, and
that's the thing. It's like, and the whole crew, the whole Snyder crew was on set at there was somebody outside of Zach and Debbie from the Snyder family on set at any given time. You know what I mean? So like it just added to the entire environment of it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's hard to put your finger on that. So yeah, no, it's not about, it's not, I mean, the movie's a movie. And I was saying earlier, I was like, hey, listen, Zach would say all the time when we're shooting, hey, listen, we're not doing brain surgery. They're not curing cancer. We're making a movie. Let's make it fun and like, and do what we got to do. But it's one of those things, man. Like it just, when I look back at it, I go, you know what? This has been a journey and a half, but it's when I'd take it again in a heartbeat if I had to. And I'm proud to have taken it with the folks that I took it with. You know what I mean?
That's real.
And you don't get that very often, particularly in this crazy business, man. It's crazy. So
another thing that Hollywood, another thing that Hollywood Reporter article said that you were the first person Zach called when all this was working and happening, and I was like, I'm so happy that kind of raised the first to know about this.
Listen, I was happy too, man, and I'm happy too. He didn't quote me on all the expletives I said in the conversation. My mom would have been like, "Yeah, there was 3 pages of the Hollywood Reporter of you just going."
Yeah, they had to just use all their asterisks and all their.
They didn't have enough asterisks in the world to go ahead and express that, man. No, it's. Yeah, no, Zach's my brother, man. My brother in arms, my brother in this situation, man. Like, and he put me on, man. You know, you talk to Jason, you talk to Ezra, you talk to anybody who is involved in the process. Like, it's a life-changing situation. You know what I mean? Like, you're able to express yourself in probably one of the highest forms possible. And you gave us a chance in a massive way. And I don't know if Zach, I don't know if you remember this, but it was an early conversation that we had pretty early on the phone, right after the whole BVS test and all that. And you're just giving me the rundown on certain things. And I said to you, I was like, listen, man, just know I'm not going to let you down. I will not let you down. And I meant it, man. I was like, we're here to ride together. We're riding this thing till the wheels fall off.
Guys, I have a call with the studio for my other movie.
Okay, all right.
It's exciting, and I love you guys, but I wanted to check in.
Thank you for joining so much. It means the world.
We'll do it again.
Yes, sir.
Ray.
Come on.
Thank you, Zach.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, all right, bro. Day, man.
Peace. Okay, all right, you clear? Is it clear? I'm sure his mic is off. Your mic's off, Zach? All right. Yeah,
Shout out to Zack Snyder.
Oh my God, come on, man. Come on.